they all kind of point towards the same thing, which was the golden rule of the article, which is stop caring about the outcome so much. Stop caring about it. And again, that's a good and a bad thing at the same time, because having a drive to succeed, it does help you. You know, if you're like, I really want to do good at this, that's a good motivational force, and you will do certain things. But that can also be a bad thing because it increases our expectations. And things like anger, frustration, pressure, anxiety, usually they're all a result of the outcome not matching our expectations. You know, so our expectations perhaps being too high, or, you know, we're just demanding too much of ourselves. And like I said, you know, I'll hit a bad shot and yes, I feel the anger, but then you go into the logical mode. It's like, well, what does that really mean? Why am I angry about that shot? It's like, wow, I'm pissed off because it's gone left. It's like, yeah, but why does that anger you? Because, oh, it's made me look stupid. And so, well, even that, I mean, not that that's true. You don't look stupid because you hit it left. Pros hit it left all the time. And like I said, it could be 2 or 3 degrees of club face error. And when you go into the science of free will and our ability to control these things, it's not controllable. So that wasn't necessarily our fault. We're not stupid for hitting a left shot. It's not. It wasn't intentional. So why are you beating yourself up about it? And then you go deeper again. It's like, what does it really mean? I mean, when you're dead and gone, I hate to be too nihilist, but when you're dead and gone, no one's going to care about that. Even in the moment, your playing partners don't care about the result. And even if you play your best round and you win your club championship, it doesn't really mean anything. I mean, 10 years, it's just a nice memory. That's all it was. It all links to kind of ego and just caring about it too much, and attaching too much meaning to it all. And I know you could say that, okay, Tiger Woods putting for history, yes, that means something because that's going down in the history books. But ultimately, I mean, it depends on your real deep philosophy, things like the afterlife and stuff like that, if we're going to go too deep. But I don't want to go there. But you know, if in the real grand scheme of things, even putting for history doesn't matter. And so I know lots of people would disagree with that, and that's absolutely fine. Lots of people will say, oh, well, isn't that kind of a depressing philosophy? And for me, actually, it freed me up and made me happier, because it freed me up to say, well, if none of this means anything, I get to choose what I do with my golf. And I chose that, well, instead of seeking betterment, I'm going to just seek to enjoy it. So the next time I go out, I'm just going to try and enjoy the company a little bit more. So it changed, you know, instead of being there focused on the tee and uber zoned in, I was more chatting with my playing partners. Oh, so how's your day been? How's your life? And I'd come off a round of golf. The irony of all that is I would play better. Because when I was in this uber focus mode and seeking my best rounds, I would get upset more. And I would get frustrated more, and I would come off playing worse as a result of that. Whereas when I was more relaxed, okay, I probably made a few lax errors, like, oh, I didn't pick the right club on that one. Oh, I forgot to take into account the wind because I wasn't uber focused. But that would be nicely balanced by the fact I wouldn't be getting so upset, and I wouldn't be so obsessed with the score. And at the end of the day, it's a win-win, because I came off either hitting it better, or I came off enjoying the round a little bit more because I got to know my playing partner a little bit better.
Yeah, and you were less mad about bad things. You're probably happier as a whole if you're less mad about results, or your emotions are less of a roller coaster when things go good and bad, right?
Exactly. Much less of a roller coaster. You might experience fewer highs as a result of that kind of Buddhist philosophy of nothing matters. But actually, you can choose if you want to. When I hit a good shot, I actually look at that and go, That's awesome. You
Yeah.
realize how many stars had to align to hit
Right.
that shot. You know, you're
Yeah.
swinging this small club head around your body 100 mile an hour, and you have to return it to within 0.3 degrees
Mhm.
to hit that shot, maybe even less. And so it's actually a good way of getting the best out of it. The bad shots, you can just be like, it's nothing. And the good shots, yeah, that was really special. Whereas I know a lot of players, you look at the tour players, and they're the complete reverse. On their good shots, they stay unemotional, right? Lots of them, they don't celebrate. Whereas on their bad shots, slamming a club and berating themselves oftentimes. And they actually have to have professional people train that out of them. That's what golf sports psychologists do. And I think that is probably an innate thing in all of us, because that kind of mindset does help us strive for more. It is a motivational force. Um, but ultimately, whether it's good for you, I don't believe it's good for
Mm.
you long term. I think we can be trained into a different mindset that allows us to move forward and not have the negative effects.